Hello there, this is Ben Fournier, and here's Proverbs 16:9 and cognitive functions later. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A man may make designs for his way, but the Lord is the guide of his steps. A man devises a way in his heart, but it is the Lord that ordereth his goings. A man's heart plans his course, but the Lord determines his steps. We make our own plans, but the Lord decides where we will go. The heart of a man disposes his way, but the Lord must direct his steps. People can plan what they want to do, but it is the Lord who guides their steps. The heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. The heart of a man purposes his way, but the Lord doeth direct his steps. You may make your plans, but God directs your actions. A person may plan his own journey, but the Lord directs his steps. A person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. The heart of a man deviseth his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. Cor hominis disponet viam suam, sed Domini est dirigere gracis eius. The mind of a person will plan his ways, and Yahweh will direct his steps. The heart of a man devises his way, and Yahweh establishes his step. A person plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps. Serce Chelav Veka Obdum Mivayat. I don't know enough, but it's the same stuff, of course. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. The heart of a man plans his course, but Adonai directs his steps. Within your heart you can make plans for your future, but the Lord chooses the steps you take to get there. A man's heart plans his way, but Yahweh establishes his steps. A man's heart plans his course, but Yahweh directs his steps. A man's heart plans his course, but Yahweh directs his steps. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directs his steps. So yep, that's the passage, and yeah, it can be annoying sometimes when it's like you think you can make your choices in life, and you really have no choice in some things sometimes. You know, I know there's two philosophies of you happen to life or life happens to you, and of course the ones that are like you happen to life are the right ones, right? But that's often thought by those that actually have everything in order, and they think it's by their own hand, but it's not really. Anyway, onward to the cognitive functions. What you wanna never be. So, well, this I think would be NI again, although I'm sure cases could be made for SI. Seems like SI types, at least like of the boomer and early Gen Xer types, they tend to be more like, I did this myself because I followed the instructions and everything is perfect if you just do it the right way like I did. And it's like, that would be SI more. They seem to be that way. SI types, at least like if they've had a good run, that seems to be how they go, is they go, you just have to work hard enough and you'll get there. And it's like, yeah, well, here's my 20 trillion hours of effort here to get nowhere. Oh well, though. But, let's see, though. TE or FE? I'm thinking TE, actually, here. It's certainly not about social harmony. It's not exactly explaining the thought process of anything, per se, but at least for INTJs that haven't had everything happen the way that they've planned, that certainly would be a thing. So if it is NI and TE, that's INTJ. Especially for INTJs who keep having their plans interfered with, and it's like, God, please make this work eventually, would you? You know? Oh well. Yeah. I mean, you could make cases for everything if you want to. It sure doesn't sound like ISFJ to me, especially not one that's had everything handed to them that they think is their own. But whatever though. Everyone that's in the Laodicean mindset tends to be like, I made everything with my own hands. It's like, yeah, sure you did. And it can just fall apart in an instant, too. But whatever though. Anyway, take care everyone and try not to go crazy.